It's week 5 of the 2024 season, and the spotlight is on George Kittle. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the 49ers and the Cardinals. All that and more coming up next.
Next to the beautiful San Francisco Bay, 40 miles from where Candlestick Park once stood, we're at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. And just like that, the season has reached October. Joined by Brock Hewitt up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, I don't know about you, but I always feel like the smells start to change in October. It just really starts to smell like fall, smell like football, second month of the regular season. And these next few games take on a greater importance moving forward.
Gosh, I wish I had a sense of smell. Mine is so bad, but I love what you're cooking right there. And I love this stretch of games because it makes a lot of teams contenders and a bunch of the other sellers as the trade deadline arrives here at the end of the month. You go on a hot streak heading into Halloween and things will be looking great. But flounder this month, and you may end up seeing some of your buddies shipped off and playing elsewhere.
Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. They're brought out by someone who got his first taste of starting last season. Now in his 8th year, Joshua Dobbs.
And when we look back at last week's win, Kate, pretty easy to see those 4 touchdowns. A lot more of an impact on the game than the 1 interception he threw. Wasn't quite perfect. I'm sure that pick will nag at him, but you'd welcome an encore of everything else he was doing in that ball game.
On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. No pause after that first snap of the game. Gonna need to adjust their game plan because that is their running back who's hurt and getting some help. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Let's go. Go.
They'll run here on first down. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Buys time, rolling right. He's on the move. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
From the 47. Flushed out of the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
Here we go, shot.
Playing favorites with the fullback here. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Brought to the ground by Kaiser White. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Dobbs. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a 49er first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Hits the end zone for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. They'll be led out by the 60-year pro and former #1 overall pick out of Oklahoma, Kyler Murray.
And you wonder, as he's about to take his first snap today, yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great, no interceptions. But just the one touchdown. I'm curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. On the move, headed right. Now he takes it, breaks through, and he might break away. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be first down, Arizona. From the gun, it's Murray. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in.
Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He's up, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And they'll try to build on that big stop. So on 4th down now, Blake Gillikin gets the call to punt it away for the Cardinals. Coming off a busy week, 5 punts in the loss, and he sends this one away. And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And the 49ers will go on offense. 2nd drive coming up for this 49ers offensive unit. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
He's going to snag a couple of yards charging up the gut. Up to the ground by Kaiser White. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. 7-0 is our score. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Motioning left is their running back. Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Right up the gut. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. That's Baron Browning who makes the stop. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Let's go. Ready.
Throwing his Dobbs. Forced out to his right. He can run it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
That's good. 4.
Here's Dobbs. Throwing the out route complete. Nowhere really for him to go. He steps out, and they're going to lose some yardage. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Ready.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Now it's Dobbs. Chased out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Offense set for a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Ready.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Mason does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down 2nd and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
Buys time, rolling right. Oh, they tried the lateral. It's a live ball. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
And he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers take a 13-0 lead. George Kittle, the touchdown. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
PAT up and good for Moody. And the 49ers double their lead to 14. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden Ratings Hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN1, and make your case for who should get a boost. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Brought down by Javon Hargrave. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the gun. Here's Murray. Short pass brought in. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Diamador Lenore there on the stop. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
Blake Gillikin on to punt. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it's going to be their football coming up. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 28. On the move, headed right. He's keeping it. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. And I know we're still in the first half, but you look at his totals, Brock. It's looking like 100 yards isn't just a fake possibility. It's almost a certainty with how well he's been mixing some dual-threat reps into his work here. Looking to throw, Dobbs. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Let's go.
Running back sent in motion.
Go.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's a 49er first down. So we're halfway through this contest from Santa Clara, California. The hometown 49ers out in front. Now we'll toss things to Jonathan Coachman in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And it's the Packers who have the lead as that game approaches halftime. Josh Jacobs with both of their touchdowns thus far as he's scored twice on the ground. Let's stay in the AFC West as we check on the Broncos at home in Denver. And you can see currently they trail in that ball game. The new Raider, Gardner Minshew, a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. The Giants locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. The 49ers got a good performance in the first half by the veteran Joshua Dobbs. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Dortch now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Cardinals and Trey Benson back out on offense. And the running lanes, and they've been hazardous. Not quite the decorated collection of highlights from him that we're going to look at here. Those big plays, the explosive runs where he leads an offense, just haven't been there for him in this one. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Play action now. Murray. That pass is complete to McBride. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd and 8. Gets this one to Harrison. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Murray to throw here on 3rd. That's caught for the 1st. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Back to the air, Murray. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Option play they give to Benson. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Brought down by Fred Warner. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Here's Kyler to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. Where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field. Not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the 49ers on offense. They've ripped off 4 straight wins, and if this lead holds, that's going to be 5 before we know it. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Doms. He rolls to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a 1st. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First and 10 after that last highlight. They're at the 30. Lone back gets the handoff. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Hits him on the out route. It's a gain of 12 there. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Oh, love this. He gets another one. Keep feeding that fullback, baby. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. going right back to the fullback next play. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down. They give it to him again. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Well, the big guy gets him some positive yardage in close. It's not that the defense didn't expect run. I just don't think they expected him to be the one running it.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
Fullback trying to power it across. And he's in for the touchdown. The 49ers push their lead further to start the half. If there's an argument for continuing to rely on a fullback, Brock, it is plays just like that remind us. They're pretty good at barreling in for touchdowns when they're given the chance.
And you know the greatest fullback name ever? Maybe you need to name your son Sam Gash. Because that dude, when I think fullback, I think Sam Gash just gashing people for touchdowns.
On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers stretch their lead to 21. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Dortch now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Cardinals offense making its way out. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback in his offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
They get 13 on the pickup, and that's a Cardinals 1st down. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. This one's quickly to Jones. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Cardinals.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. The Cardinals have it, 1 quarter to play in what's been a rough outing for them. First down, ball at the 36. Kyler throwing here. McBride hauls it in. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
This is reeled in by Wilson. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. Benson on 1st and 10. And he gets this down to the 22 before being stopped. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Murray. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. From the red zone now. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he will score! Touchdown, Arizona! The Cardinals get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Kyler Murray touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Has this at the 6. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. Back to throw, Dobbs. Will the Cardinals get to him here? He's brought down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Trying again, following the sack. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's first down.
Let's go.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
On the ground, this is Isaac Arindo. And he winds up with a solid gain down past the 45. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Ready?
Throwing now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And 4th and 4 coming up.
Let's go now. Check go.
Here's Dobbs. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Ball at the 33 for first down.
Ready? Hut.
Here's the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. 49ers about to move to a perfect 5-0 this season.
Ready, ready.
Offense to the line for second down.
Here we go. Set.
Throwing his Dobbs. He'll get this complete to Jennings. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout.
Okay, ready.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Hut, hut.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. He's on the move. He takes it himself. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. And how about this? A 100-yard game on the ground, but it's not the running back that's doing it. And he's showing you why you should never sleep on what he can do when he's outside that pocket. They'll try and punch it in. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts. So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
Go. Ready.
Mason has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
Forced, and he will score. It's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers have likely locked up the win right there. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
On is Moody for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the 49ers stretch their lead to 21. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Murray. That's complete to Wilson. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They've got to keep moving quick here. Here's 2nd and 2. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. Trying to throw here out of the gun. A bit of desperation on this. He's got it inside the 25. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Wilson's got it. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Murray to throw. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back to the air, Murray. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Desperation time here on 4th. And they get to him and haul him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one. So the 49ers earn the win in this one. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the 49ers, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.